North Carolina farm is looking to undo a multi-million-dollar verdict and it's at fault for a former worker losing part of his leg in an auger. Now, the former employee told a federal judge that none of the evidence introduced at trial supported the jury's decision. Robbie Plyler worked at that farm for 20 years. Queen City News Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Roach joins us right now. Khalif, earlier in the trial, the jury said that the Plyler contributed to his injury by removing a door. They said the farm is negligent and they should have warned him about this.
Well, North Carolina is a very weird place. Not many states have something called contributory negligence, and so that's the first place that we'll start. Most cases, and I say 99.9% of them, if you are found to even be 1% at fault in North Carolina, you are barred completely from recovery, and that's what the family is saying, unless you can prove a last clear chance doctrine, and that's what Plyler's attorneys were able to do. They were able to say that there was no clear chance for him to stop this from occurring, and so even if you guys do believe that he was contributory negligent, he didn't have time to respond. He didn't have time to react. What these attorneys are saying is that, no, that's not exactly what happened. What actually happened is that he moved the board, walked outside, and came back. And because he contributed to that, he knew exactly what was happening. We can't be at fault. And so they are reaffirming their request to say, look, you guys, as a matter of law, didn't follow the law. You didn't understand the law, and because you didn't understand it, we deserve a new trial.
Yeah, how likely is that going to happen to get a new trial? What do they have to do to get that?
They're going to have to prove that the law was not properly interpreted, and they point to a couple of things. They first point to the fact that the jury during trial and during deliberation asks questions, which jurors typically do. They'll send out notes to the judge. Hey, Your Honor, we don't understand this. Can you explain this to it? The judge will pull both attorneys in and say, hey, they sent out a note. This is what the note says. But he can't advise them on what he says. He can just read, he or she, I should say, can just read the law exactly as the jury instructions are presented and then send them back into the room to make their own decision. And so for the attorneys, specifically for defense, this is their new claim, asking for a new trial, to say that they weren't properly advised, well, that's kind of misleading because there are clear standards for what the jury instructions say. The judge doesn't make them up. He can't deviate from what the instructions say. They have to read it verbatim. And so once he reads it verbatim, they go back into the room. They may come back out and say, Your Honor, we still don't understand. He'll just read those jury instructions again. And so if their only argument, which it seems, is that the jury was confused, they didn't understand, sometimes that happens. Why? Because these aren't attorneys. These are regular people that aren't lawyers, didn't go to law school. And so you give them some legalese and attempt to make them understand it in a short amount of time. Yeah, confusion does happen.
Absolutely, especially when you go into a court of law. But what about his prior history here? Has the farm, first time they've ever requested a new trial under these circumstances?
What I can tell you is most of the time, if you're on the losing side, at the very instance of trial, the statute says that you have to request this instantly, and they did. And now they are reaffirming this request. The problem that I see with this is that you need to be able to say that he was helpless and point to the point when he was helpless. A judge will make this determination, and if the judge decides that, you know what, they did not, they as in the jury, did not follow the law like they were supposed to, a new trial will be granted. I think it's unlikely that a new trial will be granted. And what his defense, his team is saying that you guys want to file this, we'll file our own thing. We're going to ask for pre-trial interest and post-trial interest. So you guys owed us $2.5 million. Now we're requesting $2.7 million because you're delaying and paying me what you owe us.
Yeah, certainly a tragic situation all the way around. We'll see how it plays out. Khalif Roach, thanks for giving us your perspective on this.